So, worrying can be defined as trying to generate a feeling of security about the future, failing, and then trying again. It's being the David Goggins of trying to get a feeling of security. But anyway, we spend a lot of time worrying about what the future will look like. Oh, is this person going to break up with me? What's my career going to look like? Am I going to have a job in 10 years? We spend a lot of time trying to grasp everything in our control. We try to demand from the world that what we want to happen is going to happen, guaranteed. But the world doesn't have to, and rarely does, comply with that demand. If you lived as a human, you'll realise that plans usually tend to go to shit very often. But that's because I feel like we base it all on the idea that we actually own time, and that's not something that we actually do. We don't theoretically own any time. Are we just a series of moments that pass by? Because time is a man-made construct. The years, dates, months, these haven't existed forever. It's something we made up so we could sync our calendars and be more productive as humans, which makes sense, and it works, obviously. I don't know where we'd be without it, but the point is, we try to wrangle with time as if it was ours. We plan to spend it in specific ways. And this is not to say don't plan, because you can't control for so many things in the world. Like, you can obviously do things to mitigate bad consequences, but it's then the expectation that it's all going to work out in exactly the same way as you want it to. So then we worry because we think it's not what we planned. But then when you plan something and stick to it so rigidly, it's often difficult to gain the exponential gains that come from spontaneity sometimes. It's like, I think back to myself around a year and a half ago, and if I thought about myself a year and a half in the future, where I am, what I'm talking about, what I'm doing, would not have even remotely come into my mind. And people will say, oh, you're young, that just happens. But I feel like that happens to everyone. I mean, I was talking to my mum, she says she likes gardening, but a couple of years ago, she just saw her mum and thought that gardening was like a stupid thing, but now it's one of her favourite things to do. So even older people, this happens to all the time. And it's very unpredictable, but it's also sort of cool in that way. It's like, why do we look back on the previous years as the golden years? It's not because they were actually better. I mean, objectively, we've never been in a better situation than we are now. But it always feels like that because we look back at the times, we look back at the things that actually worked, not the worries that didn't materialise. We probably had very similar worries and weren't as happy as we thought we were then. But what's to say this one's going to be different? Oh, our worries are more existential. AI is coming, whatever. The worries we had before probably felt just as bad as the ones that do now. And maybe it might be different, maybe it won't. But the struggle for certainty is futile. It's a hopeless effort, so why do we need to engage in it? We can just act and try to carry out our plans, but expect them to probably fail at some point. Like, you're probably going to be fine because you're already here. You've been through so much of life already. You've been through the most hopeless stages, provided you're not like 2 years old watching this. So what's to say that it's going to change the future? What's to say you won't be here in 20, 25 years anyway?